Hello. Um, I'm not going to censor myself in this video because I just had a really good long meditation and I felt I wanted to share it with you. So this morning, this week, I've had a really tough week. I had lots of fear, lots of self-doubt, lots of guilt about stuff, lots of anger um, that I was just holding on to. So I thought I'll just do a good long meditation and just let these issues just come up and not do anything and just watch them. And after about an hour, it got to the point where I could clearly see there was a difference between these emotions that were just sort of here, just sitting in my body, and me, who is the space, watching it, right? So I could look at these things sort of objectively and go, okay, well, I love that they're here. I love that I get to experience them, and they didn't affect me as personally anymore. But then something interesting popped into my head that I saw from a Kyle Cease video. And if you watch this channel, you know I'm a bit of a fan of him. And he said he doesn't know who he is. He just knows what he's not. Okay, so now that I could sort of feel my heart opening up and realizing that I wasn't these emotions that I thought I was, I thought I'd ask it the question. So I sat and I asked my heart, what am I? And I could feel it there. I could feel the warmth. I could feel this love and this emotion coming up, but I didn't get a response. So then I asked a different question. I asked it, what am I not? And the first thing it said to me, which I was really shocked at, was a hard worker. I am not a hard worker. And I remember just feeling offended, really, to be honest, because I basically take pride in my achievements. I got a really good degree. I went to a really good school. To a lot of people, I've got a really good job, and I work really hard there, and I always strive to be the best. And I spend a lot of my time just working hard and just pushing, and trying to make things happen. And I get really frustrated. So my heart basically told me that I'm not a hard worker, which is strange. So I asked it again: if I'm not a hard worker, what am I? And I have to write the answer down because I was in the middle of the meditation, and it said, you do what you love. You work hard on what you love. And that was just this amazing feeling of just like love and passion and joy and being open and relaxed just came over me. It sort of gave me permission to say, okay, you don't have to work hard all the time. You don't even have to do things you don't want to do. You can just do the things that you love. Okay? That I love deep down. I'm not how hard I work. I am doing what I love. That's what I am. It's so simple. And I was just blind to it. And I just got to the point where I just asked my heart. And it felt right. So I thought, well, I'll ask it again. So I said, so what else am I not? And then it just came back with one word. It said, mean. I am not mean. So I asked it, okay, well, if I'm not mean, then what am I? And it responded very quickly. It said, your kindness, your compassion, and your love. And it just felt an absolute, it felt like I was just at one with everything. It felt true. I didn't feel any bitterness anymore. I didn't feel any fear. I didn't feel any pride or anything. It just felt great. So I asked it again, what am I not? And my heart said, you are not your body, right? I'm not my physicality. I'm not my face. I'm not my muscles or anything. I'm nothing. So I asked it, if I'm not my physical body, then what am I? And it just came back with one word. It came back with the word more. I am more than my body, right? And again, it just felt phenomenal, and it felt true. It felt right. It felt blindingly obvious that I hadn't seen it before. So I asked it another question. I said, what else am I not if I'm not my body? And it came back. It said, my salary. Okay, it said, you are not your salary. You're not the money you're earning in the bank, right? So I said, well, if I'm not my salary, if I'm not this number, because the first thing people always ask you is, oh, well, what do you do, right? And, maybe I had this feeling that they were gauging where I was sort of socially in my head. But if I'm not my salary, what was I? And it said, you are a gift to the world. And that was the best feeling I think I've ever experienced. How amazing would it be if instead of walking around thinking that we're our job, or thinking that we have to work hard, or that, we can't do what we love. And instead we walked around thinking that we are a gift to the world, because they always say, oh, well, life is a gift and you should treat it well. But what if the opposite was also true, that you were a gift to life? If we sit down and sort of allow our fears to come up and allow our sadness to come up and let it be here, and we can get to the point naturally where we recognize that they're not us, and we ask our heart to open up and, accept and love these emotions for being here. And we can live from our hearts. This truth that's in us that we don't listen to because we identify with the fear. If we open up our hearts and we listen to that instead, and we make our decisions from that, and we live our lives from that, that we are not the money we make, we are not our job, we are not these superficial things, we're not our body, we're not the way we look, we are something deeper, right? Something deep down that we always know, and it's blindingly obvious when we realize. Imagine how amazing and awesome our lives will be if we just made every decision from there, if we love ourselves from there. So yeah, just a short video today. I thought I'd share that insight. So what I would encourage you to do, if you have the time, if you're so inclined, is to sit down, spend some time with yourself. If you're feeling any negative emotion, don't try and change it. Don't try and denounce it. Don't try and make it wrong or make it right. Just sit here and let it be here and just watch it. And maybe you'll get to the point where your heart will just naturally open up, and you can ask it these questions. Ask it, what am I not? Who am I? What do I love? What should I be doing right now? And just be kind to yourself. That's all I wanted to say today.